These apps are also so many people are using. These apps are also generating more data. Whenever the more data it is generating, there some transactions are happened. See, by using Swiggy, we have order any items, food items. By using Uber or Ola, we can book cabs or bikes nowadays, and autos also. By using Zomato also, nowadays we can book a food items. By using Paytm, we have done some transactions. Wherever wherever generating more data, those people are richest people only. Those people are richest people only, because here they are maintaining lots of data, and also they are maintaining so many data, and also here lots of transactions are also done. And suppose example 3, I will give example 3. Suppose, for example, you are working in a one top MNC company, MNC company. In this MNC company, you know how to process different kinds of data sets. That is nothing but structured data, semi-structured data, unstructured data, streaming data. We have a lots of various type of data are available. Okay, so you know how to process different types of data sets, so that you are the topmost, I mean to say, you are the highly paid employee. You are the highly paid employee in your current company. You are the highly paid employee in your current company. So that's why nowadays we call it as data is a currency. Nowadays data is a currency. I will give few more examples about data. I will give few more examples about data. After 1970s, the data is very much less. That is nothing but is it in the form of MB. What is full form of MB? It's a megabytes. It's a megabytes. So for every data we can go for we need to do two things. First one is processing, second one is storage. In this processing and storage, what exactly we can use by using Excel sheets. So what type of data we can store, what type of data we can process by using, suppose for example, you guys are your background is BTech. Suppose all are studying BTech. In this BTech, everyone is studying fourth year CSC. So in this fourth year CSC, we have total three groups are, I mean to say, three sections are there, A, B, C. Each section contains 60 students. So total 180 students are available. For this 180 students, we can use Excel sheets. What type of data we can process and what type of data we can store? Each and every student of student ID, student name, student's father's name, student address, student contact number, and also student how much fee that he or she can paid in the month of June. The total fees is 60,000, for example, 60K. In the month of June, they have paid 30K amount. So those 30K for each and every person, 30,000 into 180 people. So total 54 lakhs. That is called it as processing the data. We can summation of all 30,000s, all 30,000s, and also the remaining amount, the remaining 30,000 also they will pay in the month of August. So this is the way we can process the data and we can store the data. After that, after 1980s, the data is much more bigger. It is in the form of sorry, this is initially it is KBs. Sorry, this is KB, kilobytes, and after that this is a MBs. So how we can process the data? For processing, we can use a programming language, that is Java or .NET. Java or .NET. But for storage we can use for storage purpose we can use RDBMS. What is RDBMS? Relational Database Management System. Here we can use MySQL, SQL, SQL Server, etc. All these things we can use, okay, for storage purpose. After that, after 1990s, the data is much more bigger. It is in the form of GB. What is GB? It's a gigabytes. It's a gigabytes. So here we can use for processing MSBA or Oracle BA. What is MSBA and Oracle BA? Microsoft Business Intelligence or Oracle Business Intelligence to generate reports. To generate reports. So here for storage purpose, we can use Netezza, Vertica, and next DB2, okay, Teradata. These are the databases we can use. These are the database we can use. After that, the data is much more bigger. That is much more bigger. What is that much more bigger means? It is in the form of TBs. What is TBs? Terabytes. Next, PBs. What is PBs? It's a petabytes. Next one is YBs. It is yottabytes. Next one is EBs. That is yettabytes. Next one is Jdbs. It's a zettabytes. Okay. This is the huge volume of data. This is a huge volume of data. What is the huge volume of data? What is the huge volume of data? This is a huge volume of data. So this huge volume of data, we call it as big data. Now tell me, what is big data? The big data, it's a very simple definition is it's a huge volume of data or more data. It's a more data. So, but big data is not any framework. Big data is not any technology. Big data, it is not a database. Then what is big data? Big data is a problem statement. Everyone has some some clarification in this what is big data and what is Hadoop. We have a problem. For every problem we have a solution, but here in this case, what is the problem? Big data. So by using big data, how to process the above tools, whatever the above tools, they cannot able to handle this much of a huge volume of data. So that's why we call it as big data is a problem statement. Big data is a problem statement. For every problem statement, we have a solution. What is that solution? Solution is Hadoop. What is Hadoop? Hadoop is a framework. Hadoop is a framework, or we can call it as a technology. Or we can call it as a technology. Hadoop is a framework or a technology. For every problem statement, we have a solution. What is that solution name? Here, for big data is a problem statement. For big data, the solution is Hadoop. Hadoop is a framework, or we can call it as a technology. In a simple manner, I will give one more example so that you can better understand. Suppose, for example, you guys are in Hyderabad. Your location is Hyderabad, SR Nagar. From SR Nagar to you want to go Amirpet. So distance is very less. That is minimum. It's a 5 minutes to 10 minutes. You can reach this place from SR Nagar. So here you can go by walk or by cycle. You can reach this place. Suppose, for example, I want to go to Hyderabad to Vizag. Suppose I want to go to Hyderabad to Bangalore. So Hyderabad to Bangalore, we cannot go by cycle or we cannot go by walk. That is either by car or by bike or by train, or we have a by bus. Suppose I want to go to Hyderabad to Bangkok. So in this Bangkok, you cannot use any one of the above tools. So which one we can use? By flight. By flight. Suppose I want to go to Hyderabad to space. Above tools we cannot use. The distance is very much the distance is very much far distance. So that's why here we can use by rocket. By rocket. So here, based on the distance, we can use the respective tool. The respective tool. See here, the distance is suppose for example, we can reach this place from exactly 5 minutes to 10 minutes. That means it's a 2 kilometers. So for example, 2 kilometers. 2 kilometers we can go by walk or cycle, or Hyderabad to Bangalore. It's far from Hyderabad. So that's why we can use any one of the tool, or any one of the vehicle. The same thing here also. The same thing here also. Initially, the data is very less. So we can use a Excel sheet. Based on the data, we can go for the respective tool. The respective tool. So for MBs, we can go for programming language and RDBMS. For gigabytes, we can use reports and storage. But after that, here the distance is so far from Hyderabad to space. The same thing here also, huge volume of data. That is nothing but terabytes, petabytes, zettabytes, yottabytes, and etabytes. So this is a huge volume of data. This volume of data, we call it as a big data. This call it as big data. So for this big data, how we can process big data is a problem statement. So what is the solution for this? Hadoop. Hadoop is a framework. Hadoop is a technology. So up to this point, any questions? Please ask me. So any questions, guys? If you have any questions, can you please in chat box also you can test your you can send your questions. Any questions? Bhushan, guys, can yeah, Bhushan is responded. Can you please respond the remaining folks also, so that I know so you guys are current you don't have any questions. Currently you don't have any questions. Can you please respond remaining people? Syed, Naveen, Rakesh, Sagar, Arjuna, Akanksha. Can you please respond, guys? So you don't have any. Yeah, MD Syed. Hi Syed. No. Okay. No query. Akanksha. Okay. Say guys. So the remaining folks also, if you respond, so that I came to know whether you guys are having no questions. Okay. Cool, guys. Cool. So now MySQL versus Hadoop. MySQL versus Hadoop. So why MySQL doesn't support? I mean to say doesn't process, cannot able to handle big data, but only yes, Naveen. Yes, Naveen.
Sorry, sir. No question, sir. I think I was muted somewhere.
Okay, cool. Yeah, can you please go on mute?
Yeah, I think I have some problem muting myself.
Okay, I can mute it. Okay, no problem. So difference between I meant to say not a difference. Why MySQL cannot handle? I mean to say why RDBMS here not a MySQL, it's a RDBMS. Why RDBMS cannot handle huge volume of data? Then why only Hadoop can handle huge volume of data? So any idea? I think you guys are having no idea. Okay, I will explain. Before going there, I want to give two topics, that is vertical scaling and horizontal scaling. Vertical scaling and horizontal scaling. Okay. So what is vertical scaling and what is horizontal scaling? I will explain. Okay. Suppose this is vertical scaling. This is vertical scaling. So what is the meaning of scaling? RDBMS runs in a single machine. Exactly. So what is vertical scaling? Vertical scaling means add or remove components. Add or remove components. Okay. So what is the components here? Suppose for example, I have a system. I have one system. In this system, I have a CPU. In this CPU, I have a few components are there. First one is RAM, and second one is hard disk, and third one is processor. Okay. Suppose at the initial days, at the time of purchase, your configuration is RAM is 4 GB. RAM is 4 GB, and hard disk is 500 GB, and your processor is 5 gigahertz processor. 5 gigahertz processor. Suppose after a few days you want to store 2 terabytes, so that you want to increase your storage levels. That is nothing but hard disk. You can increase from 500 GB to 2 terabytes. 2 terabytes. And also you can increase your RAM from 4 GB to 8 GB. And your gigahertz, this processor also 7 gigahertz processor. After that you want to increase this one from 10 terabytes. But you cannot add this from 2 terabytes to 10 terabytes, because we have some limitations for single system. We have a single system, we have some limitations are there, so that we cannot add your you cannot increase up to your hard disk from 2 terabytes to 10 terabytes, so that we cannot go for vertical scaling. This is only single machine. So in this horizontal, next one is horizontal scaling. In this horizontal scaling, we have a how to process the data. So here we have suppose for example, I want to store 4 terabytes of data. So here I need to add 4 systems. Each system contains 1 terabyte hard disk size, so that easily I can able to handle 4 terabytes data. Each one call it as one CPU. This is CPU 1, and this is CPU 2, and this is CPU 3, and this is CPU 4. Okay, CPU 4. But in our real-time scenario, we call it as a node 1, node 2, node 3, and a node 4. Suppose for example, you want to your data size is increased from 4 terabytes to 10 terabytes. Virtual, exactly, yes. So here what you need to do, you need to add 6 more systems. You want to add 6 more nodes. Each node call it as one system. So we can process 10 terabytes of data. We can process 10 terabytes of data. All nodes are connected to one single network. All nodes are connected to one single network. We call it as a cluster. In our real-time scenario, suppose if you want to attend any interviews, so what happened? The interviewer will ask the first question, how many number of nodes you are using in your current project, so that based on the data you can use your number of nodes. Suppose here you are using 10 node cluster. The same thing you say that we are using 10 terabytes of data, so that we can use 10 nodes of cluster. So horizontal scaling, Hadoop follows horizontal scaling. So that's why here we can add n number of nodes, so that it can handle big data. Okay. So that's why RDBMS cannot handle huge volume of data. RDBMS cannot handle huge volume of data. Is it clear, guys? Why RDBMS cannot handle and why horizontal scaling is handle huge volume of data. So nowadays, Facebook, Google are using, Facebook is using 30,000 nodes cluster, 30,000 nodes cluster, because the data size is day by day, it is increasing, That's why they have used that much of nodes of cluster, Okay. Any doubts so far? Any doubts up to this point? Any doubts? Okay. So next one is, suppose for example, this is our world. In this world, the top, it is 20% data. This is 20% data. In this 20% data, suppose for example, this is a RDBMS. What type of data we can process, and what type of data we can store? Only we can process structured data. That's it. We can process only structured data. We cannot process unstructured data and semi-structured data. But here 80% of the data, that is files, by using Hadoop we can process. By using Hadoop structured data. We can process structured data and also semi-structured data and also unstructured data. What is the examples of what is means structured data? Structured data means it's a human readable format. That is in tables. So that data we can able to read it. Okay. So the next one is unstructured data. What is the examples of unstructured data? In daily, we can able to see this unstructured data. That is images, videos, audios, chat messages. All are we have seen in WhatsApp. This is unstructured data. What is the examples of semi-structured data? In this semi-structured data, the examples is log files, XML, JSON, Avro, PARQ, ORC, sequence. All are coming under semi-structured data only. By using Hadoop, we can process structured data, unstructured data, as well as semi-structured data also. That is the main advantage of Hadoop. Okay. Next. Coming to Hadoop. Who introduced this Hadoop? Duck cutting. Is introduced Hadoop in the year 2005. So what exactly in Hadoop? In Hadoop also, by using Hadoop. So in this Hadoop also, we have some what exactly meant by Hadoop. Hadoop is a framework. Already we have discussed. By using Hadoop also, we can process and store the data. Initially, we can use for processing MapReduce. That is MapReduce. This MapReduce program we need to write using Java. And also storage. For storage, we can use HDFS. What is HDFS? Hadoop Distributed File System. So now tell me, I have one question. Suppose if you want to write a program in Java, out of 100 people, how many people are knows Java? Very less people, either max 10 to 15% or 15 to 20% people only Java. But remaining people knows how to write a queries. So that's why by using MapReduce programming, we can I mean to say we can process structured and semi-structured data. Structured and semi-structured data. In 2008 year, Facebook is introduced. Hive component. By using Hive also, we can write MySQL queries, but backend is MapReduce only. Whatever the operations we can perform by using this MapReduce program, the same thing we can perform by using Hive also. In this Hive also, we can process both structured and semi-structured data. Both structured and semi-structured data. This next one, in the same year, Yahoo was introduced, pig concept. So this pig, you can write a pig Latin. This is a data flow language. Here also you can process structured and unstructured data. In the same year 2008, Cloudera, it's a Cloudera distribution is coming into the picture. What is Cloudera and what is distribution? I will give one example. Before Microsoft, suppose if you want to install any Excel, if you want to download Excel, if you want to download Word, if you want to download WordPad, all these things you need to do separately. But once Microsoft Windows comes into the picture, what happened? You want to purchase Microsoft Windows, then all are available. All MS Excel, MS Word, WordPad, all are available in one particular place. So what happened? First, only you need to purchase a Microsoft Windows. They will provide all the components. You no need to install. The same thing here also. Before Cloudera, if you want to Hive, you can install manually. If you want to pig, that is also you can install manually. But once Cloudera distribution comes into the picture, you no need to install manually. All are available. What you need to do? Just you want to purchase this Cloudera, this Cloudera. They will give a cluster. As well as Hadoop setup. Okay. Now I have a Cloudera in my machine. So Oracle VirtualBox Manager. In this, my Cloudera Manager is available. See here, I have installed my Cloudera Manager. Just I want to double click. On this. It will open. It will take some time. I will show you once it will open. I will show you how this Cloudera and how the components are already installed. Okay, how these components are inbuilt available. Okay, now, so after that, Hadoop depends on total 4 V's. What is that 4 V's? Volume, velocity, variety, and veracity. Okay, Cloudera is a Linux distribution. Yes. So we have installed Cloudera on top of Oracle VM. That is nothing but it's a Linux distribution only. Exactly, you are right. Now, first of all, volume. What is volume? Suppose, for example, all these points I can interrelated with our real-time scenario. Suppose, for example, total how many members are there? Total here 8 members are there, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So total 9 members are there. All are working in Infosys. Suppose all are allocated to you got Infosys got a new project that is a Amazon project. It's a Amazon client. Suppose for example, for Amazon is available in market from past 10 to 15 years, maybe more than 15 years. Okay. Suppose for example, Amazon is your new client for Infosys, but they cannot give their entire data to process. So what they need to check first, initially they will provide some data. So if you are processed, so suppose if you written the code and if you process everything is fine, then only they will give the remaining years of data. So here also, first of all, the volume. Volume, it is nothing but size of the data. Size of the data. Suppose, for example, they give initially 1 terabyte of data, okay, or 2 terabytes of data, or 3 terabytes of data. They have provided this 1 terabyte, 2 terabytes, or 3 terabytes. What is velocity? Velocity, it is nothing but this 1 terabyte data, it is equal to maybe 6 months. Or 1 terabyte data is equal to 1 year, or 3 terabytes data is equal to 2 years. They will give either 6 months data or 1 year data or 2 years data. Okay. And variety. What is this variety? Either is a structured or unstructured or semi-structured. So the data should be either structured or unstructured or semi-structured. That is the variety of data. Variety of data. So all these things we can discuss in the I mean to say requirement gathering phase is available. Requirement gathering is available for every project. Before start the coding, we have a requirement gathering. In this requirement gathering step, we have to discuss all these things: volume, velocity, and variety. Okay, all these things we need to ask to client. The same thing. What after that? What is veracity? Veracity, it is nothing but inconsistency of data. What is inconsistency of data? Suppose, for example, client provided 10 source tables. Out of 10 source tables, one of the table is employee. In this employee table, we have a ID column, name column, and a salary column is there. Suppose select distinct. Do we need to copy all these nodes? Nothing. No. I will provide. Okay. You no need to copy this. Okay. I will provide. Okay. No problem. Suppose select distinct name from employee. So the name should be Durga, Naresh, Cloudera. Sorry. Durga, Naresh, Rajesh, Ramesh. These are the names. Suppose you have identified this type of names. So this type of data, it is called it as junk data. This is junk data. So this type of data, if you identify as a developer, you have identified, then immediately you can share this information to either your manager or team lead. Then they will send an email to client, boss, we have observed some inconsistency of data is available. Inconsistency of data is available. So what we need to do, so that once we got a confirmation from client, boss, these records, can you please filter it out and you can place it into error table by using error table, not a regular expression. Not a regular expression. We can use queries. We can filter it out. Exactly. We can filter it out by using a regular expression. See, so all this, whatever the different symbols are there, right? These things, by using regular expressions only, we can filter it out and and we can store this data, this records into error tables. So that's why Hadoop is depends on 4 V's. Okay. So in our training, So coming to training, so total I have divided into two parts, part 1 and part 2. So first part is Hadoop. In this Hadoop, what I need to provide Linux commands. First, I want to provide Linux commands. Next one, HDFS commands. And third one, Hadoop architecture. And Hadoop architecture 1.x, 2.x. And the next one, scoop architecture and hands-on. And also, I will give assignments. Next, Hive. Next, HBase, Pig. Next, MapReduce. Next, Oozie. So, Hive architecture hands-on assignments, HBase architecture and hands-on and assignments, Pig, MapReduce and Oozie. Why Oozie? Oozie for scheduling. Like in Linux, we have a cron tab. After this completion, I will give one project. Project 1 based on Scoop, Hive, and HBase. Okay, this is first part. And the second part is Spark training. In this Spark Core, Spark SQL, Spark Streaming, Plume, Kafka, Scala. Once it is completed, I will give second project, project 2. So in this Spark Core, RDDs, that is nothing but transformations and actions. So here SQL, that is nothing but data frames and data sets. Streaming, it is nothing but live data. So for this streaming data, we need to use Flume and Kafka and Scala. So if you want to write this Spark code by using one of the programming language is Scala. Now guys, now it's a, if you have any questions, now can you please ask me? If you have any questions? So turn on your mute. So can you please unmute yourself? Can you please ask me any questions on this Hadoop and Spark with the Scala? So yeah. Guys, no one has any questions.
So what are the prerequisites to join this course? Is it like do you need to know programming or?
No, nothing you want to know. Just you want to know queries. Just you want to know how to write a queries. That is SQL queries or MySQL queries. Just you want to know. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Remaining things I will provide.
Have you provided any VM access or
any okay. So here to write the MapReduce program. For MapReduce program, we can write the MapReduce program by using Java only. By using Java. The course is total 2 months. Yeah. Yes, Sagar, go ahead.
Yeah. Have you provided any VM
Course
access or? Okay.
Yeah, I will give the VM. See, I will give entire VM access and everything. See, suppose if your system, see, I will give one more thing. I will tell you one more thing. Suppose in your laptops contain more than 8 GB RAM. then you can go for Cloudera installations. I will give one video. By using that video, you can able to install Cloudera installations. Suppose our RAM is less than 8 GB. I will provide one cluster. What is that cluster? That is nothing but see, already in my system, already it is there. It's a Cloudera. I mean to say, this is eCloudX lab. This is one cluster is there. In this cluster, okay. Exactly, Bhushan. Actually, not Hadoop is not a outdated. MapReduce is outdated. MapReduce programming is outdated. That is a deprecated in our actually programming language. Actually, we can call it as in programming skills we call it as deprecated. So nowadays no one is using MapReduce. Nowadays no one is using MapReduce. That's why everyone is using Spark. When compared to MapReduce, Spark is 100 times faster than MapReduce program. So here 459510 here FBB. Okay, see, suppose for example here all are available. See, suppose if I give Hive is available. So whatever the components just now I have discussed, all components are available. All components are available. So first I have given Hive. After that HBase. After that Spark. After that Pig. All are available. See, it will goes into the, it is entered into the Hive prompt. Okay. Now next I can go to HBase shell. So see, already I have already given in this course content here HBase. HBase is a NoSQL database. NoSQL database. Scoop is for ingestion. Scoop is for data ingestion. Okay. See, it is entered into the HBase. Control C. And I think it is stuck. Okay. Okay. So now Spark -shell. What would be the timings of the class? Okay, I will tell you. See, if I give Spark -shell, it is entered into the Spark. All Hadoop ecosystems are already installed in this machine, in this cloudxlab.com cluster. I will provide all these things. Don't worry about practicing. Don't worry about this course. Okay, just whatever. If you don't have anything, if you doesn't have any programming language, you don't know everything, no problem. I will tell you each and everything. Okay, so the
Okay.
class timings, coming to class timings. So, yeah, I think someone is asking a question.
Yeah, one more
What is
thing,
the
sir.
difference? Yeah, what is the difference between
Sagar, your voice is breaking. Can you please
hello? Yeah, what is the difference between Spark and Scala?
what can you please come again? Your voice is breaking, Power.
Yeah, what is the difference between Spark and Scala?
Power, can you please repeat your question?
Hello, am I audible?
I think he, what is the difference between
Your voice is breaking, Power. Your voice is breaking. Can you please sorry, Syed, right? Syed, right? Sorry, Syed. Syed, can you please can
he was asking about what is the difference between Spark and
Syed,
Scala?
whatever the question you have, can you please type on in? Okay. So basically, Spark is a framework. Spark is a framework. Scala is a programming language. Scala is a programming language. So here, and also Spark is a processing engine. Spark is a processing engine. Suppose if you have a data, if the data want to process, so by using Spark we can process the data. So how to write the code? By using Scala. So if you observe one thing here, if you observe one thing, see, enter into the HBase. Enter into the Spark is initially developed by using.
Voice is breaking.
Now am I audible, guys? Now am I audible?
Oh, yes, sir. Right.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Audible.
Yes.
Spark is a okay. Spark is a processing engine. Spark is a processing engine, but Scala is a programming language like Java. But Spark is a processing engine. So same way, MapReduce is a processing engine.
Sir, voice is not audible, sir. There's a break in the voice.
Audible,
Yes, sir. Audible.
guys? Am I audible now? Sorry. Some network issues are there in my house. Sorry. See, MapReduce is a processing engine. Spark is a processing engine. MapReduce program we can develop by using Java, but a Spark program we can develop by using Scala, Python, R, and Java. Okay, any one of the language we can use. We can use. Okay.
Sir,
Now,
one doubt, sir.
yeah.
Sir, in this era right now, due to COVID, how far this Hadoop and big data will be more preferable when compared to other technology? And is it right now demandable in these COVID situations?
Exactly. Obviously, it is a demandable course. Nowadays, everyone is looking for Hadoop people. See, most out of, suppose for example, out of 100%, 70 to 80% jobs are related to nowadays only Hadoop and Spark with the Scala. Suppose if you learn Hadoop and Spark with the Scala, you are a demandable resource in market. You are a demandable resource in market. Okay. See, suppose you can check in monster.com, you can check in Naukri. Suppose you can give not only Monster, in this LinkedIn, anywhere you can go and you can search it for Hadoop jobs. Lots of so many companies are looking for a Hadoop people nowadays. Okay, Power.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
So, which is the
Sir, what about Hadoop Spark with Java programming language? Because we don't know
What
the
Hadoop and
Scala, right?
yeah. I will give you. I will tell you first initially before Spark. I will give you the how to write a Scala program and everything. I will tell you, and after that only I will start this Spark. Okay. No need to worry about
Sir,
that, Sagar. No.
I have a question related to, is Scala is a totally different language, or it's a kind of the Java?
It's kind of Java only. It's kind of Java, but we have a some features are different. Suppose, for example, in Java, for example, I am telling you. Suppose for Java, each and every statement is end up with semicolon, right? But in Scala, you no need to give any semicolon. You no need to give any semicolon. Suppose, for example, if you want to initialize any variable int a equal to 10, int b equal to 10, before that you need to mention any primitive data type, right? But in Scala, but in Scala, you no need to mention any primitive data type. See my screen. Suppose if I give 10. Suppose if I give 10. Oh, sorry guys. I think 1 minute. I will tell you. So
Sir, what is the duration of the course in the meanwhile?
2 months. 2 months. 2 months is the duration.
Sir, can we short it to 1 month?
No, because why? Because daily I'm giving only 1 hour class only. Daily I'm giving only 1 hour class. I can't provide more than 1 hour class. Why? Because see, 1 minute. I will tell you 1 minute.
Because 2 months is a very long duration time. So because after two months we have to give some time for own study. So we will be available in the market after 3 to 4 months.
What happened after 2 months? The jobs are freezed. Not like that, right?
No, not job freeze. Actually, sir, practically means if we spend 2 months, right, in this course, correct? So 1 month we require to prepare ourselves, right?
Okay.
So
I
3
will
months.
I will
Yeah.
no. I will tell you one thing. I will tell you one thing, Akanksha. I will tell you one thing, Akanksha. Suppose 1 hour, if I provide 1 month the duration, the 1 month is duration. I cannot cover all the topics. I can't cover all the topics. Genuinely, frankly, I can speak. I cannot provide. I cannot cover all the topics of Hadoop, all the topics of Spark. Is it okay for you? Is it okay for you? Then I can give 1 month training. That is not a case, right? That is not a case. Okay. See, the
Yes, sir.
But I'm
situation
not
is
agree with this.
nowadays the situation is, see guys, I want to cover each and every topic, each and every topic, right? But I cannot give, I cannot see, suppose for example in Spark total, suppose for example 15 topics are there. Out of 15 topics, I cannot give only 6 topics. I need to cover all the 15 topics. I need to cover
Okay.
need to
Sir, your voice
understand.
is
First of all,
breaking.
need to understand. See, if
Sir,
you
your
are
voice is breaking.
okay, now it is okay. Now it is okay.
Yeah,
1
better.
minute, guys. 1 minute. 1 minute. 1 minute. Give me 1 minute. Guys, now my voice is clear. First of all, can you please respond? My voice is clear.
Yes.
Better.
Okay, cool. Now, See guys, 1 month it is not at all. 1 month it is not at all possible, guys. 100% I can tell you. 1 month it is not at all possible for me to complete this Hadoop and Spark. Akanksha, can you please go on mute for some time? For some time. Thank you. So the remaining folks also, can you please go on mute? So one by one, can you please ask the questions? Once I have completed, please ask one by one, so that because a lot of disturbance is coming. Sorry for that, guys. The first one is, I cannot complete this entire course by 1 month. In 1 month, I cannot able to complete it because there are so many use cases are there. There are so many topics are there. To learn all these topics, 1 month is not a sufficient. Okay, so no need to. So suppose for example, guys, please complete it first. Let me complete first, then you can go for your questions. Okay, one by one. The second thing is Scala. If you doesn't know Java, if you doesn't know Scala, no problem. For Scala, from scratch onwards, I will give entire course. Entire course, all the Scala, whatever the concepts, each and everything, I will tell you. No problem. No problem. Okay. Now if you have any questions, please ask me one by one. One by one. Okay.
Yes, Sagar, yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
So,
Sagar, go.
yeah, after completing your course, can we go for the any CCA 175 certification or any Hadoop?
See. No. See, Hadoop certification, you can go and you can write it, but I cannot guarantee CCA 175 certification syllabus is covered in my course or not. I don't know, because see, what is the CCA 175 certification exactly? I don't know. Okay, so
Mhm.
I cannot guarantee. Even once my course is completed, you can clear this CCA 175 certification or not. I cannot guarantee you. Okay,
Okay,
is it
and one
clear?
more thing. Yeah. Okay, suppose we completed your courses and we right now I have 5 years experience in Java, so I want to move in a Hadoop as a Hadoop developer. So after I'm giving the interview for in a new company. So how many years I will show the experience of the Hadoop, or it says it just say I have completed the Hadoop course.
Okay. So my thing is, actually, suppose out of 5 years, you can put 3 years into Java and 2 years into Hadoop. Once this Hadoop course is completed, Hadoop and Spark with Scala is completed, then you can put in your resume the total experience is 5 years and 3 years experience into Java and 2 years experience into Hadoop and Spark with Scala. Okay.
Okay.
Sir,
So
Wait,
yeah,
Akanksha,
please.
wait, Akanksha, please. Once Sagar is completed, then I will tell you. Okay, please. Yeah, Sagar,
okay.
your question.
Yeah.
Your question.
So then you will provide the two projects. So we will able to explain that project in interview.
I will
So
I will tell you each and every step what exactly we need to do in our real time scenario. What exactly you need to explain in interviews. Each and every step I will tell you. I will explain. Okay, that is not a
okay,
problem. That is not a problem. Okay. So
okay.
whatever
Thank you.
in my current project, what exactly I'm doing, the each and every step I will explain. I will explain each and everything. Okay. Now,
Okay, thank
it,
you, sir.
your questions are done. Okay.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
Akanksha, is your turn. Now you can ask your
Yeah,
question.
yes, sir. Actually, my question is, are you going to provide us the interview questions also? Means you are going to provide us the project one and the project two, so that we can showcase. And I am not from the Java background. I am from the ETL side. So I also wanted to know how ETL is how Spark is helpful for processing the ETL.
I will tell you each and every concept, and I will tell you each and every part, Akanksha. No need to bother about that. First of all, So if you doesn't know Scala, no need to bother about it. Once my training is completed, you can able to write Scala programs. You can able to write a Scala programs. Is it okay for you? And also I will provide I will share a interview questions also. I will share interview questions also. Okay. Is it okay for you, Akanksha? Are you there?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Now, your questions are completed, or still you have any doubts?
Yeah.
My question.
Wait, Syed. Wait,
Hello.
Syed. Can you please go on mute?
Okay.
Syed, Syed,
Okay.
can you please? Yeah, now Akanksha. If you have any questions,
Sir, right now I don't have.
okay. Thank you. Can you please go on mute, please? Now, Syed, your turn. Can you please ask
My
your question?
question is: are you going to write just a query here? Are we going to write a program in any programming language? As you say, Scala in Spark, but Cube, Hive, HBase, Pig, MapReduce. Are you going to write only query, or we are going to write some program in some programming language like Java or Scala?
In Scope, okay. In Scope, we can write only queries. In Hive also we can write queries. In HBase also we can write queries. In Pig also we can write a queries. Okay. In Spark also we can write. In Spark also we can write queries. But for that queries, if you want to develop for that purpose, you need to write a Scala code. You need to write a Scala. Okay. I will tell you each and every I will complete, and I will tell you, I will explain you each and every concept. No need to bother about, guys. No need to bother about it. I will tell you each and everything. Okay. Now,
Okay.
still you have any questions?
And MapReduce in Java we are going to write, right?
Yes, only MapReduce in Java only. Yeah.
Okay. And my next question is, what is this Hadoop is associated with the data science? These two things are different or same? Oh,
No, two are two different things. Both, see, now don't include data science in Hadoop. Okay. Hadoop is different and data science is different. Okay.
Sir,
okay.
sorry to interrupt you, sir. Sir, which has more demand, like either data science or a big data?
Power. 1 minute. Can you please go on mute? Once Syed, your questions are completed.
Yeah, no, actually I was going through the yesterday the data science the syllabus and the Hadoop syllabus. Then there I found that in data science also we are using Hadoop.
Yes. See, for data science, just you want to know the Hadoop concepts. That's it. Okay. There you cannot, there, see, maybe you can use Hadoop concept maybe 2% or 3%. The remaining things, mostly you can use in data science, Python, R languages, all these things we can use. Okay. But Hadoop, you can use maybe 2% to 5% you can use. That's it. Not more than that. But if you are a data science candidate, just you know the prerequisite is just you want to know the Hadoop. That's it. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it means, sir, Hadoop we to move further like data science. So we should aware about the what is Hadoop and how we can use the Hadoop. And Spark is a high level things.
Exactly.
Am I correct, sir?
Exactly.
And before making understanding on the Spark, we should aware about the Hadoop concept.
Exactly. Yes.
But we don't need to go in a deep dive.
Deep dive only in Hadoop and Spark Scala in our course, Akanksha.
Basically, the core microservices.
Sir, again your voice is very low.
Yeah. So in this course, we can deep dive into Hadoop and deep dive into Spark with the Scala, Akanksha.
To focus
Okay.
on creating.
Yes.
Yeah. So Syed, what is your question? Okay.
Hello,
Guys,
I'm not able to.
okay,
Yeah, hello.
okay. Yeah, Syed, you have any questions?
So how the result is going to be accessed from the client application? Like who is uh, going to call my Hadoop application?
Where you were calling your Hadoop application?
So in the today everyone is creating a microservices based application and sending the response in the form of JSON object. But how this my Hadoop application is going to respond to the client application, or who is
See,
going to call my Hadoop application?
see. First of all, can you please go on mute? Can you please go on mute?
Yeah.
Basically, Hadoop is a basically OLAP data. This is only for analytical purpose only. We can use Hadoop for only analytical purpose, not for transactional purpose. That is the first point. Okay. The second point is we are not creating any Hadoop applications. That is the second point. The third one is we can store the data. We can store the data on top of, okay, on top of cloud services like AWS or Azure or GCP, any one of the cloud service. Nowadays everyone is using to store the data on top of cloud. That's it. We cannot create any Hadoop applications. Okay, we are not maintaining any application. This data is only for analytical purpose. What is the analytical purpose means? Analytical means to generate reports and dashboards based on their data. Okay, is it clear, Sayed?
But how the Facebook application? If we are logged into the Facebook, we are seeing that Facebook page, right? Then how Facebook is going to collect all the data and showing to us on the browser?
Wait. So Facebook,
If Hadoop is only for reporting purpose.
I will tell you. Facebook, the front end page application, it is not using by Hadoop. It is not creating using Hadoop. Suppose if you right click and if you can check the source code, you cannot I mean to say, what is that means, any Hive, map reduce, any program you cannot able to find out. But the data can be stored. The data can be stored on top of NoSQL databases. NoSQL databases, nothing but HBase, Cassandra, MongoDB. This type of things we can use for data can store. Data for data storage purpose, we can use this Hadoop. I mean to say Facebook applications. But Facebook application, it is not created by using Hadoop. Just they can store the data on top of. I mean to say this thing. What is that? MongoDB and all these things. Okay, is it clear, Sayed?
Okay, sir.
Yeah, guys, anyone having any other questions? Anyone having any other questions? Okay, now coming to this I mean to say this class timings are morning 8 to 9. Morning 8 to 9. The already three classes are completed. I will give the backup classes. Those who are interested, in this week, I will provide the backup classes. Then I will you both are clubbed from Monday onwards. Okay, guys, is it clear or still you have any questions?
So that point is not clear. Club on Monday basis means?
See, suppose what happened okay, I will tell you. So currently from morning 8 to 9 batch, 8 to 9 batch, currently I have completed Linux, HDFS, and currently I'm giving Hadoop architecture. Okay. So once Hadoop architecture is completed, I will start Scoop. So you guys, if you join every day evening, 8 to 9, I will give Linux commands, HDFS commands, and Hadoop architecture. Okay. These things are completed from Monday onwards. I will club 8 to 9 people. In 8 to 9, 5 people are there. Suppose for example, 5 people are joined. So for this 10 people, I will start from Monday onwards Scoop, so that everyone is on same page. Okay, is it clear? So morning 8 to 9, I will provide training to these people. Okay, only up to Saturday. So up to Saturday, I will complete the backup classes for you guys, so that from Monday onwards, I will start a Scoop, so that these people and you people are in same page. Okay, is it clear, Akanksha?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So are you going to take a deeply or just an overview of these Linux, HDFS, command and Hadoop architecture?
Whatever the frequent commands we can use in our real-time scenarios, those commands I will cover. Okay. Okay. So is there any other questions, guys? Any other questions? So if you have any questions, if you don't have any questions, so from tomorrow 8 to 9, evening 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. So the actual classes is from Monday onwards, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. The batch timings are 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. But only for backup classes. We can't continue with this this time.
Okay, so
What,
final
Syed?
class time is the morning 8 to 9 a.m.
Yeah, that's it. Morning 8 to a.m. 8 to 9 a.m. Syed, can you please you can talk, right? Syed, can you please talk what 7 to 8?
7 to 8 evening.
7 to 8 for backup classes, you are saying?
No, the entire course.
Sorry, entire course cannot give on evening time 7 to 8, because already one batch is going on 8 to 9. So I cannot provide evening 7 to 8. Only backup classes only I can provide this week. But again, Monday onwards, the batch you guys are clubbed into morning 8 to 9 only. Yeah, I cannot.
Okay.
I cannot give that in that timing. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. So
And
any other
sir, one more question I have. Are you going to provide the Cassandra installations on these Spark?
Yes, Spark with Cassandra, I can give one use case. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, guys. Thanks for joining. So if you have so tomorrow 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. backup classes I will start. If those who are interested, please join. Okay. Thank you, guys. Have a great day. Thank you. Any new batch announcement in future? It will take time, Sire. Not immediately. It will take some time. Okay. It will take some time to announce the new batch. Okay. Not currently. Okay. Okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for joining. Yeah.